Hello, everyone, and welcome to our presentation. Today, we will be talking to you about Crown Royal's marketing plan. The topics that we will be covering for today are the products and how they have evolved over time, the opportunities that these changes have made, the influencing environments on the company, how their target market has also changed, the 5-step approach to launching their new products, and the advertising strategies involved. These are your speakers for today and their roles that they have done to contribute to this presentation. So to start, I am going to give you a bit of a background on Crown Royal's products. Crown Royal currently has 4 lines of whiskey: their Signature Series, Master Series, their Flavor Series, and their newly introduced cocktails. Their original whiskey was first developed in 1939 for the first royal tour of Canada and was served to the King and Queen during their trip. Now, as we were reviewing Crown Royal, we were talking amongst ourselves as to how they could be a better brand and take more advantage of their market. We noticed that Crown Royal tends to have a prestige air to them that targets upper class and some middle class men. They don't target women as much, and they don't target younger generations. While we were going through this, we thought it would be really great for them if they could introduce something more flavorful and convenient and fun, all characteristics of things that younger consumers enjoy. What we had not yet discovered was that early in 2021, they had introduced their cocktail lines. So basically, we had come up with something unknowingly that their market team had the same thoughts on and had already implemented. So Crown Royal went through 2 changes with their products. The first one was introducing their Flavor Series, and the second was introducing their cocktail lines. The first change was their market development, where they had taken the whiskeys that they were already brewing and altered them to have slightly more interesting flavors in hopes of hitting a new market. Their marketing team had noticed that they were missing out on the female population, because women tended to like sweeter drinks, and while their whiskeys were smooth going down, it simply was not what women wanted. More often than not, the women would take drinks like vodka and mix them with juices in order to make them taste better. So to target this audience, Crown Royal introduced 6 flavors, 3 of which are on their permanent line, and 3 of which were used as cash cows for the company, being available only for limited times and were highly sought after and grew in the market very rapidly. In fact, all of these flavors caught the eyes of women, and they continue to dominate the company's sales to this day. But that was not enough for Crown Royal. You see, they still saw untapped potential. As their market was beginning to age and not drinking as much alcohol as they used to, Crown Royal could see that the new consumers preferred mixed cocktails over straight whiskey. People simply weren't ordering whiskey on the rocks anymore. They found that they would be found on the top of shelves at bars and not so much in people's homes. So after doing some studies, they discovered that they needed to introduce their newest product, which is the cocktails in a can. These drinks are inexpensive, convenient, and don't give off that air of prestige, making you feel like you have to dress to the nines just to be able to hold the bottle. By developing this new product and introducing it into the whiskey markets that they were already a part of, the company had now explored the product development, offering a new take on the whiskeys that their market were already enjoying.
Environmental elements are significant for businesses to stay tuned in the industry. By understanding the influence of 6 environment components, the corporate will be able to adapt, compete, innovate, and improve its business performance. So, in responding to the impact of environmental elements, Crown Royal has proven its business development in many aspects. Let's take a look at the recent digital marketing campaign. Crown Royal used a metaverse approach to create an immersive block party with the 3D printing technologies. The digital strategy seemed to reach a larger audience regarding to the social trend during the pandemic, where people are connected and driven by their lifestyle. In terms of marketing perspective, Crown Royal has embraced the development of technology to increase the market share in the ready-to-drink section and reinforce the brand recognition in the spirit market. Regarding to the social trend of environmental sustainability, Crown Royal has committed its corporate social responsibility in reduced carbon emission, water utilization, and zero waste in landfill in their production and operation. Having said that, Crown Royal Distillery responded to the social trend of sustainable business practice by which the organization improved the brand value and trust in consumer mind.
Hello everyone, my name is Rami Abdul Khalek and I will be talking about the target market segment of this presentation. So in order to do that, I'll be looking at the four main variables that are related to the target market. Those are the demographic factors, geographic factors, behavioral factors, and the psychographic factors. So first we'll look at the demographic factors. So if we look at how the target market of Crown Royal changed before, like during the time of its launch and the initiation, it was targeted only on males and it was positioned mainly as a whiskey aimed at males. And also the age that was targeted was above 40 years because this was considered as a very premium and luxury brand of whiskey. So they targeted people who were more senior, and also the occupation that was targeted was either full-time occupied with a stable job or entrepreneur. The reason behind this was Crown Royal was positioned as a high-end premium luxury whiskey brand. So they wanted to create their target market with the same brand perception. So that's why they targeted this kind of high-end target market. And also they were mainly aiming at people who had an average monthly income above $4,000. The main aim of this was also to create that luxury brand perception. But with time, they have introduced many product lines that are more suitable for other segments of the target market as well, rather than only catering to a very niche luxury segment. So currently, if we look at the target market, it includes both females and males, and also the age has changed to 25 and above. But if you look at the occupation, it's still more or less the same. And the income they are targeting mainly on people who have a monthly average of roughly $2,500. Still, they are maintaining their luxury premium brand image, but they have also started catering to other niche segments without only focusing on a very specific luxury high-end premium segment. We will look at this with examples in the next slide. So here, as you can see, earlier they had very specific products such as the retired whiskies that were targeting more senior, very high-end luxury target market. But now they have also introduced products like the ready-to-drink product line. So with this product introduction, they have shifted their demographic factors to include more females as well, and also more younger target market customers. So this is how their target market has changed based on the demographic factors. So previously, when they launched it, they only focused on sales in Canada, but now their sales have grown into multiple continents such as USA, UK, and Europe. And as we can see, the global sales of Crown Royal whiskey has increased, which means that they are successfully operating in the international markets. So now let's take a look at how the behavioral factors of the target market of Crown Royal whiskey has changed. So if we look at the frequency of purchase, earlier they positioned Crown Royal whiskey as a very premium and high-end whiskey, which should be purchased occasionally only. And also because of this, the frequency of purchase was very limited. But now with the introduction of new product lines that are more targeted on other segments as well, the frequency of purchase has changed to regular, and also the frequency of purchase um, has become high. So as you can see in this slide, we can see how Crown Royal introduced new products to change their behavioral focus of the target market. So initially they only had like very specific luxury premium products like the Master Series. So this only focused on people who would purchase a whiskey for a very special occasion to celebrate something special, and also the quantity of purchase would be limited because of the very premium nature of this whiskey. But now they have added a lot of new product lines, such as the Flavor Series, which focuses more on regular consumption than rather than occasional consumption. So with this new introductions, they have changed their focus from being very niche, luxury, and premium to also cover regular usage. So this flavor series has different flavors that can be enjoyed on a regular basis. So this is how their behavioral focus of the target market has changed. And now we'll look at how the psychographic factors of their target market has evolved over the years. So initially, they targeted on people who had a desire to purchase a very premium and luxury whiskey brand to showcase their social class or their luxury premium image. But now, with more product variants and by targeting more people, they have changed this psychographic focus from being very niche to also include regular purchasers, people who need to purchase a whiskey for regular consumption or just to simply enjoy its flavor. So, with this, I would like to conclude the target market segment of this presentation, where I discussed how the target market of Crown Royal whiskey has changed over the years.
And of course, in the alcohol business, there will be definitely some considerations happen during the process. First of all, you can say it is the health concern. Second of all, it's typical, but yes, it's still one of the kind. The competitions. And the third one, the supply chains during the COVID durations. For the health concern, many researches and facts that show alcohol can affect human body and mental. For some of the reason, it can lead to the mental issues to most of the body to most of the people when they're over consume the alcohol. It can affect the social safety and the community order, such as accidents, violence, and cancer. And the competitive factors also affects not a small number into the Canadian whiskey market. The Scotland whiskey, we're trying to block Canadian whiskey to entering the Germany market. From that action, a lot of customer from German is not able to get access to the Canadian whiskey market. Mutually, Canadian whiskey market also lose their customer on the other hand because they cannot get involved to the customer internationally. Because of the COVID-19, the border between the US and Canada was closed. Still remained the routes for the commercial purpose. However, most of the truck driver deny to go to work during the crisis because they want to spend more time with the family and they want to stay closer to the home. So that affects a lot to the whiskey delivery from Canada to US in terms of exportation. However, there are hopes for the industry in general. After COVID, the lawmaker enacted the rules for regard to spirits consumptions. More action got taken seriously. The public education got closer to the user to get them more knowledge of how to consume and how to use alcohol, and limited the production of alcohol, increased the price, and limited the time and place for to buy and consume alcohol. The border between the U.S. and Canada got reopened, so the delivery got like smoother than it used to before, and the Canadian industry pays more attention to different markets, not just only the German one, so they can get the profits from the others, not just like focusing on only one that they cannot touch. However, they're still trying to figure out a way to solve the problem as soon as possible. And there are some number that can bring the joy to the whole industry. It was 18.69 million cases of the 9 liters got exported to US, and it earned approximately 2.2 billion at the wholesales, and that number just increased 11.6% volume in the whole picture.
Hello everyone. As we all know, advertising is the key to the business success, and that it's the story for any business, and Crown Royal is not the exception among them. So, with the time being the very old brand in the modern alcohol market, Crown Royal has never been a missing brand among the consumer. Following with the business, it is success of the marketing plans. Advertising strategies for the brand is so worth it for any marketers to spend time on. So me, going among them is Colleen Pham. I'm gonna present about the advertising techniques of Crown Royal. Currently to the present day, the brand has already spent under 100 millions for the premium advertisement, come along with the public media investments. By the huge money of investment in advertisement, Crown Royal seriously understand the importance of promoting a product to the target audience. So starting from the early period of advertising in the 90s, Crown Royal has known for being so creative in promoting its product by, making posters and prints. So doing some advertisement techniques, like offering the poster puzzles for the consumers, or being so different in creating the posters. Crown Royal stand out from other brands based on their creativity. So compared to the other brands, with the very basic posters of the models that holding the products, Crown Royal being so different by generating the consumer's curiosity to the brand. So compared to the modern time right now, with the growth of the online platforms, Crown Royal choosing the safe strategies by posting a very colorful and well-created post and image on their social media platforms. So by posting frequently in every platform, such as Instagram, Facebook, or even like the potential platforms at the moment right now is Pinterest. Crown Royal is, diligently in promoting their new products to the online buyers. So these actually support the brand by expand their revenue, by getting more potential customers along with raising the brand reputations among the viewers. So all social media techniques, such as like posting with hashtags or creating very short videos, that counted in seconds, using influencers to promote the drinks. Crown Royal is going in the right track for the advertising strategies. So besides of the posting posters, posting videos on social media platforms, Crown Royal also pay a very big bucket of money in generating variety of advertisements. So these advertisements come from different types, from video that gonna be so easy to promote it in YouTube, to the television's media. Also, with printing in the public areas. Crown Royal with the desire to raise their reputations among the higher target audience. So we as marketers, right? We have more opportunities to whether the brand changes in the advertising plan and techniques. So more than the decades of generating hundreds of advertisement in general, with the advertisement investment of 100 millions, Crown Royal actually got the benefits of being the member of the 3 top organizations for the brand advertising. So the 3 that posted in the slides right now is actually the three names that contribute to the success of the advertisement of Crown Royal. So as is one of the advertising strategies of the brand, Crown Royal really knows the best to have the best advertisements techniques for the alcohol-beverage market. So Crown Royal is such a well-known alcohol brand that not only have a really high invest in its product quality to trying to be so understandable in every environmental aspects in the market, right? It's also be impressed by our team with the creative and the advance of being one of the most amazing brand in promoting in products to the target audience in specific and for the public matter in general also. So at the slogan of the brand, for every king, a mentor, and for every king, a crown. Crown Royal. We believe the king creates the game for itself. Thank you for listening.